What is a drawing without dimensions? Well, it's just a bunch of lines, I guess. Dimensioning a drawing properly is essential. There are many tools in AutoCAD to help us annotate our drawings. Dimensioning is the process of adding measurement annotation to a drawing. Let's open up the dimension example drawing for this chapter. You can create dimensions for a variety of object types in many orientations. Linear dimensions can be horizontal, vertical, aligned, rotated, a baseline, or a continued or chained string of dimensions. Here we have several dimensions on this bracket. Dimensions can also be associative, non-associative, or exploded. Associative dimensions adjust to changes in the geometric objects that we measure. I recommend that you always use associated dimensions, especially if you're placing your dimensions in paper space, as is the example here. Dimension associativity defines the relationship between your objects and their dimensions. Now, there are three types of associativity between geometric objects and dimensions. Associative dimensions. These types of dimensions automatically adjust their locations and orientations and measurement values when the geometric object associated with them is modified. Now, dimensions in a layout may be associated to objects in model space. That's where the dim associate system variable is set to 2. We'll go over this later on. Non-associative dimensions. Non-associative dimensions do not change when the geometry changes that they're measuring. The dimension variable set for this is dim associate is set to 1. That's DIMASSOC when it's set to 1. Now, exploded dimensions. These types of dimensions contain a collection of separate objects rather than a single dimension object. The dim associate system variable is set to 0. The appearance is very easy to alter, but they are no longer controlled by a dimension style or by geometric object. They will not update automatically like associate dimensions will. Dimensions have several distinct elements. They have the text, they have dimension lines, that's the horizontal line here. They have arrowheads, which you can change to be many different shapes. They also have extension lines. Those are the vertical lines that you see here that come from the object they're dimensioning and extend up to the dimension line and arrowhead. All of these can be controlled, defined, and altered through a dim style or dimension style. And this can be done also through a properties manager. Let's make some basic dimensions. Let's go to the No Dim Paperspace tab. Go to the Annotate tab on the ribbon. Go to the Dimensions panel. Click on the arrow here from Dimension and click on Linear. Make sure your O snaps are turned on and that you have your endpoint O snap running. When you're set up that way, you'll be able to create some dimensions very quickly. I'll show you. I snap to here, and I have my dimension. If I select my align dimension, I can get dimensions at angles that give the true length value. If I go back to my linear dimension, this will create a dimension that is locked into horizontal or a vertical orientation. Those are your basic dimensions, the linear and the aligned. Now, an angular dimension will display the angle between two lines or objects. Radial dimensions will give you the radius or diameter of a circle or arc. Just select the object of the circular nature and then pick where you want it to go. That is the very basic use and application of dimensions. We're going to get into each part of it a little bit more in detail.